Jag heter Tom Poulson och jag spelar trumpet i Västerås Sinfonietta. This concert is a fantastic mix of our wonderful Swedish music that we have. Our first half is all music from Sweden. We have our conductor and soloist, both Swedish. And then after the break, we come to one of the most spellbinding symphonies ever written. It's a great pleasure for us to return to the music of ANDREA TARRODI. ANDREA was our house composer. She was with us in 2015, writing music for the orchestra. We were performing lots of her pieces and recording lots of her pieces, including the piece Camelopardalis. This piece has a beautiful sort of background to the story. It was inspired by a dream she had with a giraffe who was best friends with her during this dream, and they would ride through forests, meadows, mountains towards this beautiful red sun rising in the horizon. And I think as you listen through the piece, you hear all these different elements throughout the piece. There is a point in the middle of the piece where the giraffe, who was the inspiration for this piece, sings its song. And of course, when we think of giraffe, we have to, of course, think of bassoon. That's the instrument that gives us this melody. So see if you can hear this beautifully, lyrically sailing line high in the register of the bassoon. It gives it a very special quality that comes around about halfway through the piece. It's a bit of a challenge for everyone. But in the Mozart, in our final piece, we get to the fourth movement of the symphony, and Mozart presents through that movement 5 different themes that we will hear. Then later on, we get towards the end of the piece, what we would call the coda, which is often what we mean for the final sort of roundup of a movement or of a piece. And Mozart, in his majesty and extreme knowledge and talent, was able to take all 5 of those melodies and start to overlap them. So you're starting to hear all 5 at the same time. So see if you can, as we get towards the end of the piece, see if you can start to hear all of these super melodies you've heard earlier. See if you can start to hear them all on top of each other in a layer, and how that moves through the orchestra in many different ways. Sadly, it doesn't appear on the trumpet, my instrument, but you'll be able to definitely hear it in pretty much all the other instruments. Så välkomna till ikvällens konsert, Jupitersymfonin.